that take place through LinkedIn, and for me, more recently through Instagram. So I'm just saying that the more you remain a consumer, the more you stay where you are. Try to push yourself. It's not easy, right? It's not an easy thing to go from 0 to 100 or from 100 to 1,000, but it's very possible. And finally, if there's nobody in your life you are shadowing currently, just think about, okay, what do I want to be in the next 5 to 10 years? I know many of us already have an idea of what that is. Just think about that. Go on LinkedIn. That's what I do. I'm just sharing what I do and what has been working for me and what worked for a whole lot of people that I know. Go on LinkedIn, find those people. They don't have to be in Nigeria. They can be anywhere in the world. Start engaging on the things that they post. Put them on your notification. Anytime they drop a comment, you receive it. You go there, you share, you drop your comment. Then start creating your own videos. I'm already 41, right? There's somebody here who is 19 years old. That means you have a 22 years head start. Does it make sense? I think the first social media post I made in my entire life must have been maybe when I finished uni, many years after university. I didn't really know much about social media, but you guys are in the social media era. That era works. People are milking it. When you see people say, I made $10,000, they are not lying. No. They only know what you don't know. That's just the reality. They are not telling lies. You are a student here, maybe after you leave school. For me, it was so difficult having to ask my dad to give me money. Then there was one starlet he had in his house. I'll take that because of my pride, my ego at the time. I'll take that starlet, I'll drive into town, I'll be doing kabu kabu in Abuja. I did that for a while and I was like, this kabu kabu money is not adding up. So I called one of my friends, his name is Danjuma, he's in the UK now. We're in law school. I was like, what can we do to make money? So I started searching online. I saw some online courses that were done by United States Institute of Peace. I downloaded their materials. I took the exam, I passed, they issued a certificate. I downloaded their materials. In law school, I was now pitching people, if you want this certificate, you can take this exam. What was I charging? I did all the materials. I was charging like 10K. We made a lot of sales, Danjuma and I. We had money in law school. That was what we're surviving. So, do I have any questions? I know that this is not how I plan to end this, but this is a good time to stop so that we can introduce our next speaker who will be speaking on your career pathway, how can you ace all your grades, and all of that. So if I can have 1 or 2 questions before I ask you mine. I love asking questions. Trust me. And I wrote down almost 10 of them here that I plan to ask people here today. Go ahead, please.
Hi, good morning. My name is Patience. So I want to thank you for this opportunity. Actually, last year I missed this gathering. So I promised myself if it happens again this year, I'll not miss it. And fortunately, I was kind of ill last week, so I had to drag myself out here this morning. So I just want to thank you for this effort that you have put to gather us here. We really appreciate it. So I have a question concerning mentorship. So I think 2021/22, while I was doing my ND program and I had a friend that introduced me to tech, product design, for example. But because I took it part-time, at that time, I did not really get the fundamental knowledge I needed. So I felt, and I still feel, it doesn't suit me, but still, I still learned it regardless. And I'm using part of the knowledge to do some of the things I'm doing now. And after that, I did e-commerce. So currently, last year, I was able to do a program with ALX, virtual assistant. And I feel like I've found my footwear I want to be. So what I'm planning on doing now is to master the program, and then from there I will take on. And actually goes in line with what I'm currently studying, and it's something I feel like I want to do for a long time now. So my own question is, if I'm this kind of I also have a mentor I'm shadowing personally. So even though we are not in the same field, but a lot of things are coming to light through him as well. So for somebody that does not know how to go about all these things, a lot of students have issue with data and how consuming data is these days. Once you are done with lectures, you go back home tired, you just want to sleep and everything. But I feel like there is, once you dedicate yourself to doing something, you actually get it done. I'm sorry, it's taking to so. For somebody that wants to like actually go into this thing and you have all these kind of excuses, how do you limit yourself? And another thing, your growth mindset. How do you go about this? Reading books, balancing everything together.
Can I go ahead?
Any other question, or will you answer before? Okay. Please, just 1 minute.
Okay, good morning. My name is David Ihazo, and I'm a 300 level law student here in the University of Abuja. So, sir, I want to thank you so much for the words of advice you've given to everyone. I'm sure in the short time you've actually spoken to us, you've impacted some certain level of knowledge into each and every one of us here, and I thank you, and I deeply appreciate you for that. So my question goes like this. You said something about consistency coming with clarity. So in the world that we live in today, opportunities spawn up in every situation that you find yourself. And sometimes an opportunity may spawn up that you may not actually, have planned for, nor, you have actually thought about before. But when such opportunity come up, it looks lucrative. So how then can one actually, dive head down into a certain opportunity that comes his way without actually having to sacrifice other things around him? Yeah. So that's just my question, sir. Thank you very much.
Sorry, one more.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity today. Okay. My question is clarity, like clarity as a word, as an action too. So I want to know, like, the position where you know that this is exactly what you want to do. Using me as an example now, I'm this type of person that has interest in many things, and I don't know how to merge them together or go about it sometimes. Sometimes I get confused, sometimes I lose interest in most of them, but the urge to do those things are still there. So the clarity is what I'm asking exactly. What position will you be in to be very clear, or to have the clarity that this is exactly what you want to go for and how to go about it? Thank you very much.
Sorry?
Okay, so my question is, you said if we don't have a mentor, we can go on leading and look for a mentor. I thought a mentor is somebody that can be accountable for you. So when you're slacking, it'll be like, this thing you're doing, you're not supposed to be doing this, you're supposed to be doing this thing. So if we find an online mentor, I feel like it is easy for us to make excuses or detach from what we want to do, because obviously the person do not know us. We just know the person. We're trying to follow the person. So in a situation whereby you're looking for an online mentor, how do you stay consistent? How do you give him I don't know how to put it, but yeah, I think you understand. Thank you, sir.
Hello. Can you guys hear me with this? All right. So for that question, I have very few people that I can say, maybe just one or two persons that I can say mentor me on a one-on-one. Sometimes I go and I see them, I talk with them, they advise me. Maybe another one person that I could easily talk to on the phone. I haven't spoken with him in years. But what I will just tell you basically is that what the online space does for you, not everybody has that opportunity. Like, let's say I want somebody like Fela Durotoye to be my mentor, for example. He's in Lagos. Sometimes he's in Abuja. He might be preaching around and doing all his leadership, Nigeria talk, and all of those things. How do I connect with somebody like that? He may have programs that he has set up. Most times they are paid programs. So if you really want to connect at that level, you might need to pay to be in certain circles. If you can afford it, fine. But at the same time, I know somebody who paid for a program and she necessarily did not use anything that was said in that program for anything. I think she spent about $200, but there's nobody she's talking to within that whole space. Why I why I major on what the internet can do for you, basically, is because for me, I feel that it's one of the easiest ways to really engage with people. And you don't just engage with them by saying hello, hi, what's up, how are you doing? You should have watched them for a while. You should have liked their posts, their comments. Sometimes you tag them in certain posts. You begin to create that whole background before you finally make your ask. And when you are making that ask, you are not necessarily asking for things, but you are trying to see what additional value can you add to what they are doing. If you go to people from a let's take mindset, they won't take you very seriously. So the major goal still remains with you working on yourself, being that person that whoever you want to engage with or whoever you want to mentor you will be proud to open their space up to. And one of the easiest ways that you can do that is to stop being a consumer, start being a producer of content. Maybe it could be in that area, just do something that elevates your value and can allow people to see you differently. Somebody said perception is everything. I once knew a guy, he's doing excellently well now in Abuja, and he once told me that everything that he has ever done is the make-believe. He creates a picture in the minds of people, and they see him that way. So he begins to act on that level. Is he that person? Yes. Does he have everything to make him that person? No. But he's taking advantage of what he can do in the now and how he can project himself to people. So I feel that that's one of the things that you can do. So you don't necessarily run into the marketplace looking for mentors. You run into the marketplace with the value that you intend to bring to people. Then for my sister who talked about doing a whole lot of things, what I would just say basically is be known for one thing. This guy, Patrick Bet-David, he's like, you can check him up on, he runs Valuetainment, the PBD podcast, and he talked about staying in finance and insurance space for 20 years before he started venturing out into a whole lot of things that is creating value for him. This is somebody that entered into business with debt and he's worth over $500 million as we speak. So don't do too many things. Do one thing and choose your one thing carefully. Let it be that one thing that is really valuable to people and people can see the real you out of. If you try to do a whole lot of things at the end of the day and you are starting out that way, it might be difficult for you to have. I suffer from that a lot myself. And I have somebody in my life that helps me to really structure a lot of things that I do. So I just feel that be known for one thing and make that thing work and let it work excellently well. Then we had, the other question had to do with opportunities, right? Am I right? Yeah, what was your question? Just give me like a flash. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, it's going to be lucrative for you.
Yeah.
So you choose to dive head in
Yeah.
or head on. So my question is how can one actually gain clarity in this situation?
Okay.
Because you may find out that okay, if you don't take this opportunity now, such opportunity may not come again,
Okay.
and you may live with regrets
Okay.
going forward.
Okay.
Then
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
then also, if peradventure one is to take such opportunity, how would you now actually be able to balance those goals and aspirations you've had for yourself before and that opportunity that has come
Okay.
forth together, like just to
Okay.
merge everything together and
Alright.
actually be productive in every realm you find yourself?
All right. For me, I try not to merge everything together. The way I see opportunities, if somebody says now, okay, they want to sell a refinery, Have I ever, it's a good opportunity, right? To sell a refinery or to import a modular refinery from China that has already been constructed and all that. I'm not into the oil and gas space, but I know people in that space. So I'm also not very greedy. If there's a deal now, okay, somebody called me yesterday for something, I'm like, okay, I can't really do this thing on my own. I called one of my classmates in uni then. I said, Barrister Ken, how far, if this thing works out, let's see what we can do together. So most times, it's not every opportunity that you want to be at the driver's seat all the time. If it's something that does not necessarily line up with your goals, with your core goals, look for people that it's their core goals, people that you can trust. If you want to write a small agreement with them, go ahead, feel free, write it. Have that conversation. Bring people that know what to do into your space so that you can share the risk and you can also share the profit. So that your mind is not necessarily distracted. Maybe another opportunity comes, you are running here again. Another one comes, you are running here again. You can have that collaborative mindset. A lot of Nigerians don't have that. People just want to do everything on their own. So you can see how you can work with people that can actually make, whatever dream you have come true. You don't have to know everything. Like you tell lawyers, a lawyer doesn't know all the laws. Forget all those law students in your school that wear white and black and they don't know all the laws. They don't even know any laws, but they know where to find it. That's what the law is about. We just know where to find the law. So know where to find the people that you can tag along in certain things. Give them the opportunity to be running with that vision. You are still clear on what you want to do. I don't know if that makes any sense. Then, I think we had one last question that had to do with, but let me just give the answers I wrote down here. Be known for one thing, don't take all opportunities, but you have to also be prepared. You must have the structure to be able to take advantage of opportunities. Then also for the question that had to do with perfection, I feel that perfection is an ingredient of delay. If you are waiting to be perfect on everything, that means your journey will be very long. A lot of the people that you find in life that are doing excellent things, even if you listen to Elon Musk's story, for example, a lot of gambles along the way. He didn't wait for perfection on anything. Even Donald Trump that even won election, he didn't wait for perfection. People just get into that spirit of action, a dedicated action, like mad focus, and they just begin to move. So I don't feel that you should have everything right. You don't jump on a sea when everything is calm. Just go as you are. Get started as you are. Along the way, you make some mistakes. You learn from them. You keep moving. Thank you very much. So right now, I would like to welcome our next speaker. Should I say Barrister Egon? Should I just call you Egon, right? Egon is fine. She's a first-class Nigerian law school. Distinction Masters. Was it University of Sussex, right? Are you going for a PhD? Please, let's give a round of applause to her. Her head is hot. I'm already feeling the impact of all the mental gyration right there. You're very welcome. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.